I attempted to record my drives yesterday to show you some of the things that I do. At the moment, I have the second highest 3 touchdown percent in Omaha, so hopefully what I do might be helpful. I'm playing an 89 defense today, and as you can see here, I've got a +2 OVR. And when I put my hand over the game to play, I think I'm going to cover up my mic, and that is why I'm not using yesterday's. Too often I had the mic covered up, and what I was saying couldn't be heard. So here goes for today. One thing that I said is, we have increased fumbles, and one thing that I try to do that seems to be a habit, and I haven't fumbled a lot on kickoffs, is that I always go return middle and I tuck myself as close as I can to following in behind the lead blocker, which has been Brian Dawkins, and he's up to a 94. So hopefully he'll provide some good lead blocking, although he may run away from my kick returner a little bit. So here goes. And as fortune would have it, I get the fair catch the first one. So something that I prefer to do is to make sure that I get yards on first down. I think I've got a few too many pass plays in here right now because the last thing I did was overdrive. But I'm going to demonstrate, and I'll have to go back and forth between recent and the run play screen. So I like to start every drive off with a different run. I don't want to fall into a pattern that the system might use against me. One of the plays that I like is Power O Weak, but when I run Power O Weak, I prefer to flip it. Now, one of the first things I do is I identify the defense that's lining up against me, and it looks like I'm against a 3-4 here. Although, no, that's the linebacker instead of the middle linebacker, so it's a 4-3. Oh, and I should have noticed there are 4 linemen with their hands in the dirt. So, going against 95 middle linebacker Junior Seau. Well, that's not fun. He's taken his 94 and maybe upgraded him to 97 and my +2. And with my, oh shit, I did not put my offensive boosts in. I am running with defensive boost, so this might be difficult. I'm going to pause the recording, and hopefully it'll let me change those and count it on this drive. Alright, well, it's going to make me run this play first. So I'm running right at 95 Seau, and you got a 93 Derek Thomas over here. So here we go. Oh, and I'm going to do one thing with my joystick. Before I snap the ball, I always aim my runner in the direction I want to go. In this case, I'm hoping the fullback's going to kick out on Thomas or take Seau, and I'm going to try to run right over the guard and tackle, so you'll see my thumb will point my direction that way before I snap it. Yep, and I got shut down for 2 yards, so I'll be back. I'm going to go try to change my boost. Just so you can see what I'm doing with my boost, I like to get as much out of my halfback as I can. Since it's Bo Jackson, the more elusiveness and agility can help. Then I like to shut down the pursuit of the defense, which with the -7 may have really helped on that last play. It also cuts down on his hit power, so hopefully I can cut out some of the fumbling. And then I slow the front 7 down, take a little bit more acceleration and off of their finesse moves. Those are my preferred boosts right now. Okay, something that I think is a mistake a lot of times from our managers is if they get in a 2nd and 8 like this, or God forbid a 2nd and 13 even, they immediately start going to the pass. I want to cut down how much yardage it's going to take for me to get the first down as much as possible. And I want to run a play when I get into a situation like this that I am more confident in at least getting 3 to 4 yards and possibly more. With a 2nd and 8 situation, I might catch him in a dime defense, or a nickel defense that will be advantageous to me. And the play that I like here is on a coach you guys don't have, Vrabel, and it's fullback dive strong. So let's see what we get in a defensive look.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
He's in a straight up 4-3. If he blitzes, this could be a little bit of a problem, but I should still be able to get a minimum 3 yards. And I'm going to aim right between the guard and the tackle, right off the ass, so to speak, running through his right leg. Alright, so I only got 3, and something I'm seeing right off the bat is at least 1 out of every 3 drives, and sometimes it is the first, is more difficult. Now he's got me in a 3rd and 5, and if I have an absolute gold pass play in this situation, because the defense is showing that it's going to stuff my run, I will go to it. And mine is sitting right there at the top on the right, PA Power O, and I'm going to flip it. Now if I get sacked, I'm in deep shit. So this is a risky play. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to hit that yet. No, I'm going to plow for this first down.
Let's go!
And hopefully I can do this. And we're against the 4-3 again. You can immediately recognize by the fact you got the 2 linebackers flanking the middle linebacker here. And I'm aiming for that same hole. Here we go. Alright, now I'm going to go to that pass play because it is definitely pissing me off and it is stuffing the run. And I'm really leery of play action on 4th down. And if I get a blitz, I could be in trouble, but we are at least in 4th and short, or 4th and medium at the worst. 4th and 5 is considered 4th and long. So here's hoping we get a look that we can take advantage of.
Come on, let's go! What?
With those 3 defensive backs, it could be a bit of an issue, but there's nobody that should get in the way of Jones. I'm hoping that what we usually get here is he's going to be wide open. Alright, now sometimes what I just did will help loosen up the defense, and we're going to test that right off the bat. Because they are stuffing me the way they are, I do not want to go to the outside at all right now. If you go to the outside in a situation and you lose yards, it seems to do what it does in real life and gives a defense momentum. So, I don't have the play that I want here. I want a dive play. I'm going to go back to this. And we're going to get this dive, which is goal line dive.
Let's go! Red 38!
And now I like the defense that I see. By going into that pass, I have taken the defense out of what it was doing. And they are in a dime defense. With just say Al back here. So, I should be able to pick up decent yardage right over the guard tackle gap. And he still was able to shed my blocker with the defensive end, but I got 5 yards. This is definitely, or should be, the toughest drive that we will do in these 3. Now I got positive yards. I'm going to continue with that, and I'm going to do the one run that is to the outside that isn't all the way outside, and that's stretch. This will be going off the outside of the tight end. It looks more pronounced in the drawing, but the fullback will cut right over the side of the tight end.
Here we go! Red 38!
And I should be able to cut it up. Now we're back in that 4-3 defense. No, we're not. We're still in the dime. Sweet. What are we seeing here? Nickel? Oh, I should have paid attention. Look at the offset of the defensive tackles. We are against the nickel defense. Okay. I actually didn't mean to hit that, but it helped. That's where my thumb went in when I went to try to plow forward. So using that strategically obviously is a good thing. I was going to try to just plow forward and get to a 3rd and 1, because when I get to a 3rd and 1, there is a particular play I like. But we're going to keep plowing forward now that we got the first down, and we're going to go blast alert X smoke.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
And we are back in the 4-3 defense that's been stuffing us, so this could be difficult, but we'll see. Again, I push the controller up before I get started, and I'm going to try to make the most of this that I can. Also, I'm inside the 20, and this is where I'll start reusing runs that I've run already. Now, the pass play definitely loosened him up a little bit. That was not the same 4-3 defense that we got before. They did not blitz on me. And the fullback lined up Derek Thomas square, and that was just absolutely beautiful. Okay, now they're going to get a little tougher on the goal line. So, I want to run something that I like. You know I like the fullback strong. Running a fullback twice on a drive can get you stuffed, but because we're in 1st and goal, I think at the very least we might get 1 or 2 yards, and just moving the ball forward right now is what I want to do.
Here we go! White 90!
They're
White 90!
in the dime, I believe. Yep, we got them in a dime defense. So as long as my offensive line takes care of the defensive line, we'll put this ball inside the 5. So here we go. And that fucking Sayal is a tough guy to get by. And still met the objective. I'm inside the 5-yard line now. I'm going to flip and go sting and see if we can bang this home. If we get a goal line defense on this play, the next time we come back, we'll probably go goal line toss or strong toss. But sting, continuing to go up the middle. If you go goal line toss here, you risk getting a big loss, and then you're in a difficult situation on the goal line.
Let's go! Red 38!
We've got nickel.
Red 38!
You can tell by the defensive line lineup. I don't even have to check the linebackers in this. As long as Sayal doesn't come crashing in and blow this up, should be a touchdown. And what happened? That fucking Sayal right there, Johnny on the spot. So, we still didn't get a goal line defense, so I am not comfortable going strong toss here yet. We are going to go blast alert X smoke. Hopefully be able to plow this baby in.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
Sayal right in the gap might be a good thing. Hopefully we get a body on him, and he's not able to shed that faster than we can get to the end zone. But again, this is going to be tough sledding. We are on the 2 though now. The body got on Sayal. He wasn't able to come off hard. Whenever I saw that the gap was going to be there, I began to immediately do the thumb up thrusting on the screen. If you're not familiar with that, if you just start swiping up, you can use whichever finger, but your left thumb obviously is controlling the joypad. So with your right thumb, you swipe up 2 or 3 times as contact is made, and that's what allowed Bo Jackson to power over top of Sayal and go into the end zone. Now, 2-point plays are my Achilles heel. We'll see what his formation is. Sometimes it makes it easier on me, but I run post drag every time at this point because of 2-point Armageddon, and here's hoping. So don't put a lot of stock in my 2-point plays. I'm going to try to roll Vic out, and depending on how the coverage goes, try to hit Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson in the flat, or run it in with Vic. And I want Vic to be going backwards and to the right, so that's where I push my joystick. Oh, I fucking hate 2-point plays. So hopefully I can go a little faster now. Um, Again, return middle. I'm going to try to tuck in behind Brian Dawkins if it's in the field of play. Made me nervous, but at least the guys that got to me weren't the tougher guys. Now, the last time I went power O flipped on first down. I do not like to set a pattern, but things were a little tougher on that run. I do think these next two drives might be a little easier. Otherwise, if the tough drive hasn't come yet, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to start off with fullback dive strong, though, because I do not want to be in a 2nd and 8 again. I want at least no worse than 2nd and 7, hopefully a 2nd and 5 at the worst. Yep, this should be that 4-3. You got 4 down linemen. You got 4 or 3 linebackers here, so 4-3. Maybe that blitz scene, and you got Sayal right in the gap I'm running to, so Godspeed to me. Again, as soon as I saw that he was ready to make contact with defense, I started the right thumb swiping upward. I don't do it rapidly. I do it just calmly, but steady, about 2 or 3 times. And he fell forward, and 2nd and 4 is a hell of a lot more manageable than 2nd and 8. And I'm going to keep running the middle. I'm going to go halfback dive to the right here, goal line dive.
Come on, let's go!
We're facing the 4-3 again, and we've pulled the corner in because of our goal line defense. So, but no worries. We're running off the guard tackle gap here, and hopefully they will shove that defensive tackle out of the way. This is one reason why I really like using a true fullback. He lays better blocks and opens that gap up for you. And so far, it does look like hopefully the running holes will be a little bit better on this drive. I'm going to go blast alert X smoke.
Let's go! Red 38!
We got that same 4-3 defense. Doesn't look like he changes things up much. Let's hope we get the blocking. Again, very gentle with the swipe up, but enough to give Bo Jackson some extra power. Sayal went to the right, I went to the left, and we got a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 is a situation where I'm hoping to catch him in a goal line defense, and if I do, there's a possibility for a big play here. So the play I like in a 2nd and short or 3rd and short is strong toss.
Here we go! Red
Did
38!
not get the goal line
Red
defense,
38!
so now my whole intention here, because a lot of times because of the speed of the defense, they will be crashing in pretty quickly. I just want to get the first down. I'm going to push my joystick further to the right and go for the spot that's outside of the 2nd tight end. As you can see with the goal line offense here, we've got 2 tight ends on the right. And one of them is not a tight end because of the formation, the way it sets up. They really should, and my slot guy isn't a tight end anyway, but they really, when they line this up this way, should give us that 2nd tight end out here. But you know, that's just my beef with the game. Anyway, here we go. Max Strong set the edge. We only got a few yards, but it's a first down. So I wish I'd have got that big play, and yesterday I did get it. I broke right off this edge and had like a 60-yard touchdown. You can find that in my play calls yesterday if you want to go back and look at yesterday's match. So I'm going to go power O weak. Again, the whole goal, get 3 to 4 yards at the minimum, set up a decent 2nd down. We can see they're in the 4-3 defense again. Maybe blitzing, maybe sitting back. He doesn't do things a whole lot differently. He's set up his look with the linebacker up with all this, and he's trying to disguise what the defense might be doing. But again, You know, it's the same 4-3. Pretty much the same people need blocked. You just do the same thing you want to do. You dictate to the defense. Don't let them dictate too much to you, as long as you can make what you're doing work. Now, some people would get pissed off at that. I'm happy. Okay, 3 yards isn't ideal, but that's not the worst thing that could have happened. And the play I want to use here is halfback inside, and I prefer to flip it. I'm always looking to hopefully catch that nickel defense. We got a different look 4-3 this time. The linebackers are back. Hopefully we can plow ahead for another 3 to 4 yards. Third and 3. We are running Smashmouth offense, a lot of us. 3rd and 3 is what you're looking at and what you're looking for. That's nothing to get upset about, nothing to get worried about right here. You want to be careful not to do anything that is slow hitting right now, because you definitely want to move forward. You might wind up with a 4th and short. I'm holding sting in case that happens. I'm going to flip this halfback dive, because I do not like going to the left if I don't have to. Got a 3-4 defense this time. May very well be that I forget what it's called, the blitz, and he's got both Lewis and Sayao in the middle, so we're going to plow forward. We're not daunted. We're getting the first down, motherfucker. Take that, bitch. Alright. We're not moving too quick. We're running out of some runs, but we're going to keep hitting the run. Might have to go to the play action power O at some point, but I'm not going to let him dictate that to me. I don't like to go to the outside very often on a first down, but again, like I said, the stretch play isn't that far to the outside. So in this instance, that's what we're going to hit. And if I get a loss of yardage, I'm definitely going to play action power O on the next play. If we can get a good gain, we're going to keep running.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Got him in the dime. Sayal's way off the ball. You got to take advantage of this. Sweet titty, said the kitty. 2nd and 2, we will take that all day long, because that lets us now, where we're running out of runs, come up with one that we don't usually use a whole lot of. Again, I like quick hitters, but in this case, I'm going to use one that's not such a quick hitter. We're going to do one of the power O runs, and I am going to choose this one just for shits and giggles.
Here we go! White 90!
Got him in a nickel.
White 90!
As long as we don't get a fast blitz that blows up the handoff, should get the first down. Alright, so I'm almost to the 20, which is, once I get to the 20, I feel really safe rerunning the same plays. I haven't used Sting yet. It's 1st and 10. Some guys like to hold it all the way, but we get to run it twice, and because we've run low on plays, I'm going to flip Sting, and we're going to hit Sting on the 1st and 10.
Red 38!
And hopefully this will get us inside the 20. He's in that same 4-3 alignment. Let's see what happens. Now that time, I was doing the right thumb up thrust a little bit more, because he was stood up behind blockers. So he's not really getting hit so much by the defense. He's driving behind blockers, and when you're driving behind blockers, you get that thumb swipe up going a lot faster. I'm now inside the 20. I'm comfortable to reuse some runs that we've already hit. And I'm going to start going back here and doing that. And because we've got a 2nd and 3, I'm going to go goal line dive.
Here we go! Red 38!
Well, they're cheating up. They don't like where we're at. So we're in a 4-3. The cornerback has pulled himself in. Hopefully we get the first down, and that's the goal here. Again, my true fullback was able to neutralize Sayal, and I'm able to get the first down. Reusing runs as we're doing, I'm going to flip halfback inside because I just don't want to run them in the reverse order. I want to give a little bit different look. I like mixing things up a little bit, and we might get him, because of the spread nature, we might get him in a nickel or dime.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
We're in a 4-3. It's a little bit different with the other linebacker up. This is one that we haven't seen yet. So it's still good for us. We're goal line or halfback inside. Hopefully we get the kick out. And if Strong or somebody takes Sayal, 3, 4, 5 yards at the least. Sayal took himself out of the play. We got the 5 yards. Going to continue to power this ball down their throat. Going to go power O weak.
Here we go! White 90!
Got 4-3 with the 3 linebackers just lined up off the ball. It's a little bit different 4-3. He's run this one once or twice. And if I remember correctly, I was able to get some yardage against it. So here we go. And the few swipes up almost broke that into the end zone. But we're looking for a touchdown here. We're at 1st and goal. I don't pussyfoot around too long down here when I get this close. I'm going right to my sting.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
That's a 4-3 defense that we've seen so many times. Let's just jam this ball in. Now wish me luck for the 2-pointer.
Let's go! White 90!
I did a better job of setting up the block that time on that linebacker. 3rd and final drive. Hopefully we can make quicker work of this. You've heard what I'm doing. Now here's just a drive where I'm going to just do it. Again, I like to use a different play to start each drive.
White 90!
Or did I use this one last time? I may have screwed that up. I probably should have went play power alert X. Oh well. That thumb up, thumb swipe up just as we got to Sayal, gave me the extra little push there.
Come on, let's go! Red 38!
No goal line defense
Red
again.
38!
Fullback again made the perfect block.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
4-3 off the ball, big gap. Nobody got their head on the linebackers though, so 2nd and 9.
Here we go!
Power
Red
a weak, 4-3.
Red 38!
3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
Dime. No. 4-3. Fourth and 2. Oh shit.
Here we go!
do it every time, Sting. 4th and 2 or less, and usually get the same result. This drive is just lining up a little tougher than I would have anticipated.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Oh, shit! I slipped a little bit too far to the left. Alright, 2nd and 1. Play that I haven't used yet.
Here we go! Red 38! Hunt!
That is your other option in the 2nd and short as far as I'm concerned, and that worked out beautifully. Again, I don't employ that one a lot because it can get blown up for a 5-yard loss. But in 2nd and 1, worst you wind up with is a 3rd and 6.
Here we go! White 90!
Dime.
White 90!
2nd and 3. What the hell?
Here we go! White 90!
Yeah, that's why not.
Here we go! Red 38!
I like Sting. You're just right behind that linebacker.
Here we go! White hot!
Easy peasy. Again, another 3 touchdowns. Again, no less than 20 points.
Here we go! White 90!
Check the score sheet,
White
see where
90!
I'm at.
Hut!
22, bitches.